So when you're downloading data for Rat Canyon, there's a specific field computer, looks exactly like this. You will need this computer as well as a USB to USB-C cord. There are two types of USB-A to USB-C cords. One of them charges only, like charge your phone, and one of them is charge and data. Make sure that you get a charge and data cable because the charge only cable will not work for downloading. Set up, you're going to take your computer. You specifically have to use this USB port on this side of the computer, right side. That's COM port 3. That will be important later, and we'll talk about that. Just plug in, and then plug the USB-C end into the VWP, and you're connected.
So when you go and fire up Geocon Agent, you just search for that in your applications. It'll open to a page like this. We will pick Rat Canyon because that's our project, and then it'll populate all of the current VWPs and the wells that we have in Rat Canyon. So when you actually get out there, you're gonna your list is gonna look something like this, but with a lot more wells. This is just a test that I've cooked up. So right here we can see that we have Rat Canyon Hide 4, Rat Canyon Hide 13, Rat Canyon NH29, and Rat Canyon NH5. But if I need to pull data from Rat Canyon NH7, that's not on my list. What I can do is I go to Transfer, I'll load from File, Browse, I will go to my thumb drive, Rat Canyon Transfer Files. Oh look, there it is, Hide 7. So I'll select that, we'll load it in. And here we go. Give it a second to process here. Very frequently when you load a new transfer file, you have to check this. For the specific field computer that we are using, you're always going to need to have it on COM 3. The transfer files will usually have it on COM 4 or some other port, so you'll have to change that over. You have to change that over while you're connected to the network box. Otherwise it won't save and actually go to the network. That is the only setting that you're ever going to want to change on this page. So after you change that, you'll do COM 3, save, and then you'll be good to go. So we now have Rat Canyon Hide 7 out there. Next step, just click this very convenient download button. So it'll go ahead and download. This will take somewhere between 20 and 40 minutes depending on how many piezometers or sensors or something you have down there. Obviously it didn't connect to the network because I'm not hooked up at the moment, but when you're actually in the field, it'll pop up and it'll say downloading however many readings that are however many readings, and it'll have a percentage. After you have it downloaded, you're going to click and then go to the Export tab. We're not going to mess with automatic export. None of these wells or VWPs are capable of automatic export because they're not connected to any central processing or transmitting, so don't worry about that. We're going to check to make sure that all of my sensors are the sensors being exported. If you are loading the correct transfer file, this should already be set up. So we have the battery, the logger temperature, the actual VWP temperature, water level reading, and the VWP temperature. Very important, we're going to need to change the export date. So all of the VWPs in Rat Canyon were installed after January 1st, 2023. You can ask your project manager when that date is. But if you put in January 1st, 2023, that will always capture all of the available data because that's when the Rat Canyon project started. And we'll just hit export now. Usually goes pretty quick, about that fast. You got a window popping up here. So again, we're going to go. I've created a folder that's Rat Canyon exports. We'll select that. Very importantly, on this file name here, we can see that it includes our export dates. So the start date, January 1st, 2023, and the end date, today, the day that I'm recording the video, June 5th, 2026. So we'll go ahead and save that to this folder. And you will have downloaded data from one VWP. As simple as that.